Hello, people. Welcome to Eddie W Sports, the NFL Power Ranking Show. This is your home. What do you get? First of all, I would like to thank my loyal subscribers and followers. To the new subscribers, what do you get? You get the experience, people. You get an experience at Eddie W Sports. We watch all the games at the Blue Space. NFL games, Major League Baseball, NBA, boxing, MMA, college football, college basketball. We have over 10 TVs in the Blue Space. I see it all, people. I see it all. Please like, subscribe. This is the Eddie W Blue Space, your home, the sports fanatic. This is what we do each and every day. Eddie W. Every day is the weekend, people. Eddie W. This is what we do. Back to the power rankings. People, we're going to start with the NFC. I'm going to go from 16 to 1. In the NFC, correction, the AFC, the Houston Texans are 16, people. The Texans are 16. Last week I had the Texans at 16. This week I had the Texans at 16. This is a absolutely horrific football team, people. I mean horrific. Again, they took a shellacking this week like they normally do, 31-0 to the Colts. This is a very bad football team. No Deshaun Watson means no wins. Number 15 in the AFC are the Jacksonville Jaguars. This also is not a very good football team. I got them at 15. 14 are the Jets. The New York Jets are 14. Last week they were also 14. They're 14 this week. The 13th team are the Dolphins. The Dolphins are playing red hot football, people. They are now 6-7. The AFC this year is loaded, people. The 13th ranked team of my power rankings in the AFC is 6-7. Remember, they added an extra playoff team this year. It's 7. It's 7. Cohen, thank you. I'm back at the Blue Space. Chime in on your football teams. I'm doing my power rankings. The Dolphins are 13 in the AFC. This week I have the Broncos at 12. The Broncos were 7 last week. Denver has failed at 12. Very bad loss at Kansas City. The defense looked frustrated. Teddy Bridgewater is not the answer, you Bronco fans. You need a quarterback. You have a great defense. If you get a quarterback, it's a future. You got Surtain. You got some good young defenders. You got Judy on the outside. You got a good young running back from North Carolina. Denver actually has weapons. You got Sutton, no quarterback. Number 11 are the Raiders. They were 8 last week. This week I have them at 11. Very bad loss to Washington, the football team. That's a very bad loss for the Raiders at home. This week at number 10 are the Browns. They're up 1 spot from last week, simply because a lot of the teams in the AFC lost, so I had to move them up. I'm not sold on the Browns because I'm not sold on Baker Mayfield. The Browns have good running back with Chubb, Hunt. They have good receivers. They got Landry, People-Jones. They have a good tight end, a good offensive line, a great defense. Their problem, people, is quarterback. Mayfield, for them to make the next step, I believe they need another quarterback. At 9 last week, I had the Chargers. This week, I have the Steelers. The Steelers got a big victory at home against the Ravens. I'm still not sold on the Steelers, people. I do not believe in them. Big Ben's already told his friends and teammates that this is probably it for him. Big Ben can't throw the ball down the field any longer. I'm not sold on the Steelers. I'm not even sold on their defense anymore. The Steelers would not make the playoffs this year, people. Don't bet on them. They won't see the playoffs. I got them at 9. Last week, I had at 8, I have the Bengals. Last week, I had the Bengals at 5. The Bengals, bad loss to the Chargers at home. The Bengals are like a roller coaster. They have the weapons, people. They have Burrow. They have Chase. Chase will be one of the top 5 receivers in football for years to come, if not top 1 to 3. Jamar Chase, I saw him at LSU. That was Burrow's number 1 weapon when they won a national championship. Jefferson for the Vikings was 2. Jamar Chase is a problem. They also have a good running back in Mixon. They have a good tight end, a good second receiver. On the back end, they have some decent secondary. The Bengals are a good young team, just play inconsistent, people. They got thrashed at home by the Chargers. I got them at 8. This week, I have the Colts at 7. The Colts. I'm not sold on correction. I believe in the Colts. I believe in the Colts, people. The problem with the Colts is Wentz. What is Wentz going to do? If Wentz plays consistent football, they got Taylor. He's one of the best running backs in football. They got Pittman. Pittman is the number 1 receiver. As long as they don't turn the ball over. That's what punishes the Colts. They absolutely pounded the Texans 31-0. Number 6, the Bills. Last week I had them at 4. This week I have them at 6. If you're going to make the next step, Buffalo, you must find a way to beat New England at home. Now you are a game behind New England. Now you have to play them again in Foxborough. Great teams handle business at home. You already blew a game you shouldn't have lost to the Jaguars. The Colts came to your home stadium with Jonathan Taylor and pounded you on the ground. Belichick watched that film. Those of you that watched the game Monday night, they only passed 3 times, people. The game plan was to pound the ball. No way Buffalo's supposed to lose this game at home. Number 5, I had the Titans. I'm giving the Titans 5 just off their record, 8-4. I do not believe in the Titans without Henry. I think the Colts can catch them. The Colts had the game they played in Indy. Again, Wentz turned the ball over. I'm not a believer in the Titans, but I have them at 5 because they're 8-4. Number 4 are the Chargers. Last week I had them at 9. The Chargers have jumped people to 4. Why did they jump to 4, Los? Because they went into Cincinnati. Handled Cincinnati easily. The Chargers, I like the Chargers. This team, the question is Bosa. How long is Bosa going to be out? How serious is the injury? Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in football. They have 2 good receivers, even though I think one of them is going to be out with COVID. Average running game. Tight end Cook has had his better years, but I believe in Herbert. Number 3 are the Ravens. The Ravens are 3, 8-4. The problem with Baltimore, people, is the league is starting to figure out Lamar Jackson. They're starting to scheme for him. They're shutting the run down. So the offensive coordinator is going to have to open the offense up. You got Andrews, a great tight end. You got Hollywood Brown. You got Sammy Watkins from the Chiefs. Start throwing the ball on first down sometimes. Number 2 are the Chiefs. I'm a believer in Patrick Mahomes. I'm a believer in Kelsey. I'm a believer in Hill. They got a balanced running attack. Their defense, people, is the key. Their defense has won the last 5 games. If this defense plays like this in the playoffs, I wouldn't bet my money against the Chiefs because Mahomes is going to figure a way to score. And number 1, I do not believe I would be saying this at the beginning of the year. The New England Patriots are the number 1 team in the AFC. Well, Los, why? They went on the road, people, and beat Buffalo. They're 9-4. They have a bye coming up. They have the best record in the AFC. Belichick is an absolute genius. He's a mastermind. He knows how to coach football. Let's go to the NFC. Number 16. Shout out to the Detroit Lions. The Lions finally, I do finally mean, won the football game. People, you would have thought they won the Super Bowl. The crowd went crazy. The players went crazy. The locker room went crazy. And they deserve to go crazy, people, because the Detroit Lions are the worst. And I mean the absolutely worst franchise in sports history. They are terrible. So when they win, the Detroit Lions deserve to celebrate like they won the Super Bowl because they're not going to get many more wins. People, they play hard. The franchise is just outright terrible. One day I'm going to do you're a Lion fan? I'm going to do a Lion special. I have it all. I had a draft picks. Why they're bad. Oh, how they drafted bad, people. This franchise from the owner to the GM. They're just bad football. 15. I'm from Chicago. The Bears. The Bears are also a terrible football team, people. To my Bear fans, I'm going to do another show about you. You are a bad football team. Offensive line is bad. No number 1 receiver. No need to franchise Allen Robinson again. You have a lot of deficiencies. The back end, the secondary is terrible. Number 14 are the Giants. Another bad football team, people. The New York Giants are a bad football team. They just can't score. I agree, Cohen. Detroit, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Pistons. Detroit is the worst city in sports right now. Cohen, I agree. The Giants can't score. It's that simple. They can't score the football. Barkley, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with them getting the ball to Galladay. Danny Dimes isn't the answer. They're 14. 13 are the Seahawks. Impressive win against the Niners. Last week I had the Seahawks at 15. I had the Bears over Seattle, but I had to move Seattle up this week because they beat the Niners. Number 12 are the Vikings. The Vikings were 7 last week, but they lost to the Detroit Lions, people. The Minnesota Vikings going into the game with 5-6. A win could have made them 6-6. And they lost to the worst team in the history of sports. That dropped them down to the 12th. Zimmer, if you don't get it together, you're going to be gone. You're going to be gone out of Minnesota if you don't get it together. Number 11 are the Saints. 11, 10, 9 are the Saints, the Falcons, and Panthers. They're all 5-7. I just don't like what I see with the Saints quarterback. Taysom Hill is not a quarterback. He's not a quarterback, people. That's not going to work. I don't care if it's an injured finger. He can't read the field. He only goes to one read. He looks to run. That's not going to work. 10 out of Falcons. I like Pitts. He's going to be one of the best tight ends in football. Just don't have enough. Matt Ryan is getting old. Defense isn't good. They're 10. 9 out of Panthers. I love Simmons on defense. The Panthers have good defense. Their problem is McCaffrey stays hurt. They have no quarterback. They have to find a quarterback. Number 8. Number 8, I have the Eagles. Eagles, inexcusable. It was inexcusable. Last week I had you at 11, but you moved up this week because a lot of teams lost. It's inexcusable last week to lose to the Giants. This week I have you at 8. I'm not sold on the Eagles quarterback. I'm not sold on him. Some people are. We'll see. I don't think he's the answer. Number 7 is the football team. The Washington football team people are rolling. They beat Brady. Big win out in Vegas. They come to my Cowboys go to the Capitol this week. We'll see how good that team is. I got them at 7. Right now, at 7 means they'll make the playoffs. Number 6, the Niners. I had them 6 last week. They stay at 6. Bad loss, in my opinion, to Seattle. They had the lead. They let it slip away. No Deebo Samuel, though, last week. No Werner. Niners stay at 6. 5 are the Rams. The key, they lost Robert Woods. Can OBJ, Beckham Jr. be the answer as the second receiver? The running game, average. Stafford, I think Stafford's a good quarterback, but he hasn't played in many big games because he's been on the Lions. And right now they're headed for a wild card unless they beat the Cards and they need help. They're 5. Number 4, my Cowboys. Even though we beat the Saints Thursday, I like the way the D looked. I do not like the way Dak Prescott is looking. I'm hoping that Cooper was out a couple weeks with COVID. This week he was weak, so he didn't play much. CeeDee Lamb missed a game and a half with the concussion. We got to give Pollard more touches. Big game in Washington. I want to see can Prescott gain rhythm because we're not going anywhere in the playoffs if he doesn't play well. I agree, Cohen. Woods is a big loss. 3 is Tampa. All I got to say is Tom Brady, people, the greatest quarterback to ever play. They're 3. Defense is a little shaky right now, but they've been getting turnovers. Goodwin had a great week. They still got Gronk, got Fournette in the backfield. The question, what are they going to do with who I'm thinking of the receiver that Antonio Brown. What are they going to do with Antonio Brown? And of course they still got Evans. Number 2 of the Packers. When is Aaron Jones coming back? They still got Rodgers. They got the offensive line back healthy. Of course, Adams. Devontae Adams is an absolutely beast, and the Packers defense is playing well. And Number one of the Cardinals. Kyler Murray was back. His top receiver was back. He hit him early. Hopkins. Great defense. Cardinals defense is underrated. They won a lot of games with Murray injured. That means they have a talented roster. Let me go through the league. 32 of the Lions, terrible. 31 of the Texans, terrible. 30 of the Jags, terrible. 29 of the Jets, terrible. 28 Bears, terrible. 27 Giants, terrible. 26 of the Seahawks, terrible. The Seahawks need offensive line help. I think Russell Wilson wants out. They got to figure that situation out going into next year, the offseason. 25 are the Vikings. Just up and down football. They got the weapons. And the question is Thielen. Thielen got injured. Jefferson. When is Cook getting back? Cousins just isn't the answer. He's an average quarterback. The Saints 24, no quarterback. 23 Falcons, no defense. 22 of the Panthers. McCarthy can't stay healthy, no quarterback. 21 of the Dolphins. I'm not sold on Tua yet, but they have a great defense. Tua isn't turning the ball over. 20 the Eagles. The Eagles have a great running game. I'm just not sold on their passing game. 19 Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, no quarterback. Good defense, good weapons, no quarterback. 18 the Raiders. Carr, too much going on in Vegas. Average football team. The Browns, I'm not sold on Baker. Average football team. The Washington football team. Just lost the tight end, though. Key injury. Defense is good. I don't like the back end. They're 16. The Steelers are 15. People, this is just because of the big win against Baltimore. The Steelers are finished, in my opinion, people. They're finished. Big Ben's better days. Their defense isn't playing up to par. 14 of the Niners, a dangerous football team when they get Samuel back. Shanahan calls great plays. I wouldn't want to play the Niners. Be careful. That could be a dangerous team. 13, the Bengals. Good and great and young team. I like the Bengals. 12 of the Colts. Can Wentz not turn the ball over? That's their key. 11, Buffalo. Josh Allen, you got to show me more. Diggs, you got to score the ball. Offense got to score more. Where's Cole Beasley in the slot? Number 10, the Titans. Not a believer in this team without Henry. I believe they're going to dip in the rankings. We'll see. 9 out of Chargers. I love Herbert. I love Bosa. Number 8, the Ravens. Got to open the offense up. 7, the Rams. Can OBJ replace what Robert Woods gave him in production? 6 are the Cowboys. Dak's got to play better football. You're not going to beat the teams in the NFC with Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyler Murray playing, or Stafford playing like that. 5 of the Chiefs. I love the way the defense is playing. I'm a believer in Mahomes. 4 of the Patriots. Belichick is all I need to say, people. A mastermind, an absolute genius. This is a dangerous football team, especially if they get home field advantage. You don't want to go to Foxborough in January for the playoffs. Number 3, Tampa. Tom Brady, Gronk, Evans, Goodwin, good running game. Dominican Sue, people coming off the edge. A Super Bowl champion. Watch Tampa. 2, Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I'm a believer in Aaron Rodgers. and number 1 are the Cardinals. They're young, unproven, but they have the best record in football, people. Cohen, any insight? I agree, Cohen. The Rams were good till they lost Woods. They're not clicking without Woods. It's not clicking. They put Taysom Hill at quarterback because I don't think they have a better option. And I agree, the Giants are a very bad football team. To all my subscribers, my loyal supporters, I thank you. Eddie W Sports thanks you, because without you is no show. This is the people's show. This is your show. Los is your host. I will give you everything. My heart, my soul, the research, the facts. We watch all the games in the blue space, people. Like, subscribe, share. Remember, sharing is caring. I love you all. This is Eddie W Sports. This is your power ranking show. Get the word out to the people. This is the people show. This is your show, people. I love you all. And I will see you next time on the NFL Power Ranking Show. This is the Eddie W Show.